So now we move forward to the demonstration of the part implementation of our system. The domain of our system, Freelance Management System. A freelancer can work here, whereas an employer can hire a freelancer. So now we move forward to our sign-in page. Here, these are the login credentials for an employer. An employer logins using his credentials. An employer can see a list of his or her own posted projects. This is a project name and a short description regarding that project, and the status determines whether the project is open, closed, awarded, or reposted. So here a person can update his project. An employer can even close or award his project. Suppose an employer wants to award his project, then he can see the list of the freelancers who had bid on that particular project. From this, he can shortlist those freelancers, and from this shortlisted freelancers, he can select an eligible candidate and award that project to that freelancer. After the project has been awarded to a freelancer, if the employer wants to make any changes or update the project, then he can do so. So this is for the employer portal. A freelancer can enter his credentials and log into the system. Here he sees a list of the recent projects which he has completed or on which he is currently working on. He can even view the recent bids, that is, the bids on which he has done on the projects. In the Browse Project section, the freelancer can view a list of projects, and based on that, depending upon the skills listed on the project details and upon his interest, he can bid on that particular project. The freelancer, in order to improve his profile, can get certified. That is, he can appear for or he can undertake an examination so that he can acquire a certificate. The freelancer and the employer, as stated above, can have the functionality of e-wallet where they can deposit and withdraw their money. So now the freelancer can view his profile and he can log out.
Let's have a look at the part implementation of our system. As you can see, there's a source package which is divided into different packages based on the J2EE design pattern that we have implemented on our application. The J2EE design pattern, or according to the J2EE design pattern, there is a DAO, that is Data Access Object, and the classes that have been included in this are User DAO, Project DAO and Bid DAO, that are the entity object of our system. There's a database connection class which is a singleton class. In that class, we have a static connection get connection object function which returns an instance of the connection class, and this can be instantiated only once. As per the singleton strategy or design pattern, a single object can be used throughout the application, and here we are using a single instance of this class throughout the application. Next package is controller. Controller provides a centralized entry point that controls and manages web request handling. All the web requests are directed to the controller, which skillfully delegates the task to the appropriate view helper and services the request. The controller file here maps with the property file, and the view helper map properties.property file will map the appropriate action to the view helper. The next package is controller.viewHelper. Controller.viewHelper have all the view helper classes. A view helper will take the data from the controller that has been entered by the user, will process the data, that is, the view helper will interact with the DAO, Data Access Object classes, which in turn interacts with the Data connection class and creates the connection object and will interact with the database, get all the data or fetch all the data, insert all the data, update data as per the requirement, and will return the status to the DAO class. The DAO in turn will return the appropriate data to the view helper. The view helper will process the business logic and will return the view or the JSP page to the controller, and the controller will display the page to the user. Here, when the DAO is interacting with the database, the DAO makes use of the model classes, that is a user, project or bid.